So, oops, sorry. So online advertising is a big market, and where are we heading? In 2012, the global ad market is estimated to reach $707 billion US, and online advertising revenue is expected to contribute more than 20% of them. Last year, we contribute only like 7.5%, but in 2012, we expected to contribute more than 20% of the total ad spend, which is equivalent to roughly $147 billion US. In the US, we expected to grow from 22.5 billion last year in 2007 to more than 62 billion US in 5 years' time. And in China, we expected to reach 5.5 billion US in 2011. And with the current financial situation, will the Wall Street crisis change everything? We don't know yet, but I'm fairly optimistic at this point. The last couple of weeks, I've been traveling in Asia Pacific, meeting advertiser, media agency, and majority of them actually gave me the same feedback. They were saying that in 2009, they probably have a smaller budget, or maybe if they're lucky, they will have the same advertising budget for 2009. But most of them were saying that they will allocate a much bigger budget onto digital. I guess one of the main reasons for that is because digital, advertiser can track. Advertising campaign can measure on online. They can use a lot of different methods and metrics to track the performance of the online campaign. There are more data for them to calculate their return on investment, the ROI they're always talking about. So it's definitely a good news for me and my company, and I'm sure it's definitely a good news for you all. A few key trends on online advertising: social network, rich media, mobile, behavioral targeting, and localization. So let's talk about social network. Okay, any one of you here do not belong to a social network? Can you raise your hand? Okay, no one. Any one of you who belong to more than one social network? Can you raise your hand? Okay, 3? Wow, okay. 4? Wow. Okay, social network is a big thing globally. And just now from the response from you all, we understand that social network is no more something just for kids, for younger generation. I'm not saying that we are all here, but it's something which is really big globally. Last year, advertising dollar that's spent on social network increased for more than 150%, reaching close to 1.3 billion US dollar. It's a big market, and as a media publisher, how can we get a piece of it? Around 3 weeks ago, one of our key products, WSJ.com, had went through a major revamp, and one of the many new features that we have created, this is one of them. It's called the Journal Community. So WallStreetJournal.com is one of the biggest paid subscription website with close to 1.1 million paid subscribers around the world. And this journal community, what we offer is like we offer only to our paid subscribers. And our paid subscribers, what they can do, they can create a profile on the journal community with their real name. So what happened is when they create a profile, we'll actually match with the subscription details to make sure it's a real person. The idea behind it is like we want to make sure our member is like really genuinely utilize the platform to get the information and expertise from the internet. At the same time, same as most of the social network, as a member of the community, you can make connections with other members in the community. You can directly send a message to them through the community platform. You can create a discussion forum, discussion group, which invite others to join. And also, we also have our award-winning editorial team to create forum and discussion on the journal community, so which allow our member have a direct connections with the editorial people of the Wall Street Journal. And besides the journal community of WSJ.com, we actually also have another community on another product of ours, which is MarketWatch.com. MarketWatch.com at the moment generate hundreds and hundreds of comments for every single articles, and which means we're talking about generating millions and millions of page view, additional page view per month, which for us as a sales is like generating millions and millions of inventory for us to sell, so which is a good thing. Rich media advertising. In the US, rich media advertising generates 8% of the total online revenue in 2007. And for the first 6 months in 2008, it went up to 10% of the total online ad spend. Here in China, rich media contribute close to 8% of the total online ad spend last year, and is expected to reach over 13% for 2008. The probability of rich media advertising is because for digital platform, there's a lot of flexibility and space for creative execution. Advertisers are now looking for more high-impact ad format, and also with rich media, we can track a lot of more valuable data besides clicks. Well, I understand talking about clicks. A lot of advertisers are still looking at clicks, and I'm sure it's more so the case here in China. But at the same time, advertiser is now looking beyond clicks. Globally, there's a lot of survey that has been done. 80% of the clicks is generated by only 20% of the online population. So, which means if, let's say, you have a campaign which generates a lot of clicks, but those clicks is only generated by 20% of your target audience. And now, with rich media, you'll be able to learn much more about your target audience. Say, for example, the interaction that they have with your advertisement. If, let's say, it's a video ad, did they view the whole video? If it's a game, did they finish the game? Or even if, let's say, it's a data capture advertisement, did they fill in all the data that you require them to do? And recently, IAB launched a new measurement, especially for rich media advertising. Instead of the typical click-through rate, now they are measuring the interaction rate. So what's the interaction rate? Interaction rate is the rate to measure how many interactions generated from the user per impressions delivered. And here's a couple of samples for rich media. So this one actually, the advertiser adds is wrap up the whole page with 2 ad units with interaction with each other. And this one is a very popular rich media ad now, which is a video ad. And also another rich media ad, which is this car ad. Now a lot of the rich media ad actually attract users to interact with them. So again, with the rich media advertising, you can able to track like how long the user has been interact with your ad. And then another one, and also another very popular rich media ad, which is an expandable ad that you can drag over the ad unit and turn around the car. So there's all very popular rich media ad nowadays. Okay. So next. So mobile. According to a survey, mobile advertising will increase from $1.4 billion in 2007 to more than $10 billion in 2013. At the moment, mobile platform is still in their infant stage. The reason is because there's a lot of different format, different standard, different pricing strategy around the world. And 2 months ago, we have launched a new mobile reader platform for our network on the BlackBerry platform. And we're going to launch this mobile reader on the iPhone platform too in 2009 Q1. As a media publisher, content provider, we understand that nowadays our readers are very mobile. With this mobile reader and with our mobile website, we'll be able to have our members to access to our news anywhere they want.